Hello, everybody. It's another day of planning, and I'm very excited. I hope you played your hype music before you got into this today. If not, play it afterwards because you got to get hype about planning because it's a good time. It's a party up in here, okay? Currently, right now, I'm listening to Peekaboo by Kendrick. First of all, it's Kendrick all day, every day. It's been Kendrick all 2024. It's probably going to be Kendrick all 2025, okay? And Peekaboo is the song that I imagine when my plan is set and in motion. Okay. It's like, what are they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. That's how I feel. Okay. So let's get into what we're planning today. So I'm first going to start off with recapping what we did in the last session. And that was when we defined what our life purpose is or what gives our life worth in the next 3 years. So let me share my screen and then I'll finish wrapping that up. I left off with just like a quick note about it, but I'm going to wrap it up completely. So this is where we left off. My life purpose, operations and planning content and courses. That's pretty simple. Doesn't really sum it up enough. So I'm going to show you my perplexity. Also, if you don't know about Perplexity, learn about it. It's better than ChatGPT. It's great for research. I really like the answers that the AI gives better than ChatGPT. So for something that is like really content or copy dense that you need to create or something like that, or you want to parse through something, Perplexity is the way to go. So let me get to that part of my screen. Replace. Yes. Okay. So I took the points that I had that were highlighted, my orange points. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at session 2. But help me summarize my Ikigai points into one comprehensive sentence that describes my purpose for this next season in my life. And I took these points and I'm happy with what it gave me. I'm going to edit it just a little bit. So I'm copying this and then let me go back to my other screen. Okay. So I'm going to put it here. Leveraging my expertise in operations and planning to develop and market a comprehensive business management system tailored specifically for interior designers and creative entrepreneurs, empowering them to efficiently organize, streamline, and grow their business. Chef's kiss, perfect. That is what my life purpose is for the next 3 years, or until the goals I've set forth, my key initiatives, and all that we're going to talk about. Once that is completed and I've closed the loop on whatever project I put forward, then I can move on to the next purpose that most likely is going to be the second most highlighted thing on my Ikigai. Again, to find out what Ikigai is, go ahead and look at the second session. This is session 3. But essentially, Ikigai is it's an exercise that brought me to this answer of what I'm going to focus on for specifically 2025 and for a couple years following that. So now for this session 3, we're going to talk about prioritizing, setting our priorities, finding out where we're spending our time. So first, we're going to find out where we're spending our time. And then on session 4, we'll talk about reorganizing our priorities so that we can actually get to fulfilling our life's purpose for this season in our life. So the moment of truth. Find out where you've been spending your time. Think back over the past year and estimate how many hours you spent in each category per week. Total should not exceed 168 hours. Now that I think about it, I don't know if let me see if I did this right. Rate level of importance and satisfaction on a scale of 1 to 10. So this is another exercise that I learned from the Harvard Business Review article that I read about. It's called My Life Strategy. And so I will link that article below so you can read it, and if you want to, but I've essentially taken the exercise, one of the most helpful exercises from that article, and put it in this journal. So what we want to do is broken up into different areas in life. And then there's main areas and there's sub areas. So the main areas for this first page covers relationships, job, learning and finances, personal care. And then under relationships, we have time with our significant other, family, friends, children, job and learning slash finances, job and career, education and learning, and finances. And then personal care, activities of daily living. And you see these little colorful dots. They will mean something in just a minute, but I'm going to go over what I marked for all of my points for this first page. So under my relationships, under significant other, it is extremely important to me. So I put it at a 10, and satisfaction is a 7. I would like to spend more time, do more date nights, all those things with my husband. And we only spend about 11 hours per week of like just he and I time without our baby and without like doing work stuff. So we do business together. So our life is really intertwined with life and business. So we don't get a lot of time of just us time. So then family and friends, hours per week of only about 2 hours. I don't really have a strong social life right now. Social life is weak. I got to bring that up. Children, hours per week. I spend a lot of time with Maverick because I am a work from home mom and I educate her at home. She's not in daycare. She does have babysitters most times. No, not most. While I'm doing this project, she has a babysitter, but she doesn't have it all the time. Job career, about 50 hours per week. I'm really heavy in my projects right now and working with clients. So I spend a lot of time doing that. Importance and satisfaction is an importance is 9, satisfaction is an 8. I think my satisfaction is at an 8 because I want to spend less time in it. But it's also this high because I am enjoying what I'm doing. Education and learning, hours per week, 7, importance 10, satisfaction 8. And I'm not going to go through every one of these. I just want to give you an idea. So I will go into how to plot these points in just a second. So the next section of categories: body, mind, and spirituality, interest and entertainment, community and society. So we have physical health and sports. How much time am I spending on those? 0. I need to spend more time on that. It's important to me. My satisfaction is a level 1 for that. And we'll see how this looks on the graph in a second. Mental health and mindfulness, spirituality and faith, and then interest and entertainment, hobbies and interests, online entertainment, offline entertainment, community and society, So one point while you're going through this, you put how many hours you think you spend per week, and then you put your importance and satisfaction level. If you have something where you spend like some time doing 2 things at once, for instance, for me and Maverick, for childcare or children, I spend 40 hours per week with her. But I also do that while we're watching Miss Rachel. Sometimes there's like something going on where it's online entertainment, or we're watching Minions, her favorite movie. There's something going on there. So when you have something that overlaps, you take the number you put I believe you take the number for each one and then you divide it. You divide them evenly if you do those things at the same time. Maybe like mental health and spirituality, those things go together. You take the time you spend and then you divide it. Okay, so now that I have explained this, we're going to take these points and we're going to see where our priorities lie in a graph form. So we're going to visualize it. So what we do is we take these points. So we have this graph. Start over. We have this graph and it goes over our satisfaction and our importance level. And then it shows where we have low satisfaction, high satisfaction, low importance, high importance on scale of 1 to 10. And so we're going to take these points and see significant other. This is this orange color. I'm spending 11 hours per week. I'll show you what that means in a minute. And then, so I plotted on the point 10 importance, 7 satisfaction. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to find my color. Importance 10, satisfaction 7. So we plot it. So now the hours come in with the size of the bubble. It's about that size. I'll say compared to everything else, it's pretty small. But there's some other things on here that are even smaller. So I'll leave it there so that we can have like some appropriate scale. So that's with the significant other. I'm not gonna plot all these points. I'll just show you what, like, after, like in a cooking show, I'll show you a couple of things and I'll go to the baked cake at the end. So the another point, let me go to the main ones. No, there's one where there's zero, where there's like zero effort putting towards it. So physical health and sports. Although this plot really shouldn't be on the graph, this point shouldn't be on the graph. I shouldn't plot that because it's zero, but I will plot it because it's going to be helpful for the second half of this exercise, which will be reprioritizing our current priorities based on what we want to achieve in the next year, 2025 and beyond. So we have to infinity and beyond. Yes. So hours per week, zero, but it's this teal color. And the points that we're plotting are 7 and 1. So 7 and 1. I'll move that over here. And so I'm going to make this as small as it could be and put that right here. So now I've plotted that point. It's not, I don't have a lot going on in that area, but I would like to have more. And then something that's a big area, where's that online entertainment one? So this color, this purple, that is plotted on 1 and 5, and it's 40 hours per week. Good Lord. So 1 and 5, so this is low important, and I mean, the satisfaction could actually be a little lower, but we're going to keep it there. And this is taking up a lot of time. 40 hours per week is a lot to spend on online entertainment. And I'm not including that with educational entertainment because I do watch a lot of YouTube for educational purposes. And so this is stuff, and maybe I could be wrong about this. I may need to redo this when I come back for the reprioritization for session 4. This might be different. This is a little embarrassing, but let's see. So that's what I'm having for now. And then for my child, spending time with my child is 40 hours per week as well, but that's 10-6 on the graph. So what color is that? It's like a green. 10-6. Okay, and this should be as big, just as big, because spending a lot of time there. And then I'll plot one more point, my work point. And then work. 50 hours in this pink, so 9 and 8. Nine and 8. Okay, and this is huge. Spending a lot of time doing this stuff. Okay, so I'm plotting my points. I'm going to go on to the baked cake now. So all these points are plotted down here with sizes and everything. So now you see where I'm spending my time. There's a lot of things in that are really big. I'm spending a lot of time that are in my high importance, high satisfaction level, which isn't a bad thing. But I have a lot of things that are in the high importance, high satisfaction level, and I can't manage or do them all. So I'm going to have to reprioritize to where some of these things where there's some high importance and high satisfaction, I'm either going to have to make room for them or I need to move them to a lower level of importance so that it's not at the top of my mind. So it goes from top of mind to back burner. So we'll work on that in the next exercise after Thanksgiving. So this should be going out Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and then we'll return on Monday or Tuesday of the following week. And within the next exercise, we will reprioritize where I'm putting my energy and what I'm focusing on so that I can make room for what my purpose is right now. And also being able to prioritize the things that I define as my great life, which I talk about in session 1. So the purpose of exercise 1 and exercise 2 is to inform this exercise here and knowing where we're supposed to put our time. So we'll get into that after Thanksgiving. In the meantime, let me say this, get up close and personal. Hello. Okay, in the meantime, have a happy holidays. I pray that you have a safe travels if you're traveling. I pray that you have a great time with your family, that you eat some good food, and that you come back ready to plan for the rest of your 2025. Thank you. Have a good break.